We've seen the first 15 minutes of LEGO Dimensions, and I'm breaking down all the details. Stay tuned here on TalkBricks. Hello, and welcome back to another episode of TalkBricks, where I bring you the latest in LEGO news and reviews. Don't forget to subscribe to make sure you don't miss out on any of my upcoming videos, but let's get right to it. Michael here, and I'm so excited to be bringing you guys my breakdown of the first 15 minutes of LEGO Dimensions. Today, Jose Otero of IGN got to sit down with some of the makers of LEGO Dimensions to go over the first 15 minutes of gameplay, and I'm breaking down everything you need to know. The game simply starts with an icon to place Batman on the left side of the toy pad. They go ahead and do this, and by doing so, it unlocks the first part of the story. Bane is causing some trouble in Gotham City, and it's up to Batman and Robin to track him down and apprehend him. But just as they chase him down, a mysterious rift opens and pulls Robin inside. Batman lets Bane get away and follows Robin inside the portal. The story is interrupted to make sure that we place Gandalf on the toy pad. The guys then go ahead and do this, and we unlock a scene from Lord of the Rings. Here we see a scene with the Fellowship trying to cross this bridge. The Balrog appears, and we get that classic "You shall not pass" scene, and he destroys the bridge, sending the Balrog down. But before he falls, he catches Gandalf with his flame whip. As Frodo screams out, we see Gandalf fall down into the chasm below. Gandalf starts to fight again when we see a rift open and the Batmobile appear. Batman ejects himself to help Gandalf. After ejecting himself from the car, Batman and Gandalf face off against this foe, and Batman's able to rescue them with the grappling hook. But before they get their happy ending, a rift opens and pulls Frodo and the ring inside. Gandalf screams out, but it's too late. Batman and Gandalf then run after Frodo to save him. Again, we're faced with a toy pad prompt, and I think you can see where this is going. By placing Wildstyle on the toy pad, we then unlock the LEGO Movie portion of the opening. Here we have Cloud Cuckoo Land, where Wildstyle has just won a breakdancing competition, and Unikitty wasn't too happy about that. But before they can get into it, another rift opens and pulls Metalbeard and his treasure chest full of jewels inside. Just as Metalbeard gets dragged away, another rift opens, revealing Gandalf and Batman have fallen into the LEGO Movie world. Just as we saw in the trailer, this is where Batman meets the LEGO Movie Batman, and they get into a little fight. Our heroes try to figure out what has happened, and before they can do anything, they get pulled into another rift. Wildstyle gives Batman the relic detector, and he's able to boost the signal. This seems to set a course for the team, and they pop out in an unknown place. Here we see what seems to be an in-game version of the LEGO Dimensions portal. The player then uses the toy pad to place a figure on the colored sections as they light up. The characters are ejected from the portal into the planet Vorton. But the LEGO Dimensions portal seems to be unstable as the pieces shake, and eventually explode, sending all of our heroes flying. The pieces break off and fly into sections of this cave-like setting. While most of the pieces explode into the walls, these special printed pieces that you might recall are now called foundation elements, and they get sucked right back into the portal, leaving us with an empty toy pad. Now it's up to the heroes to find the pieces on the walls and put the gateway back together. You can see Batman will use his unique abilities from his Batarang to his grappling hook. Wildstyle will use her agility to springboard up and wall jump to collect pieces. And finally, Gandalf will use his magic to help move pieces with this kind of kinetic magic. And eventually, we have all the pieces we need to rebuild the gateway. Now that the 3 sections of the gateway have been completed, we use the toy pad to activate different sections to light up the 3 sections of the gateway. Then, once all 3 are lit up, it will come together. You may have noticed that up until this point, the gateway build has not been on the toy pad. This is actually when you're supposed to build it in the game. Here we get all of the in-game instructions for you to flip through and play along with, and then you set the gateway piece on top of the toy pad. Once you're done building the gateway in real life, Wildstyle will build the gateway in-game and activate it for you. This is the main way that our heroes go on all of their adventures in all the different LEGO Dimensions. But the gateway will need energy to power itself, so by clicking on that question mark block, we get some instructions that Batman knows how to build a car that can help us out. we're immediately launched into the instructions for the LEGO Batmobile. Here we can see that standard instruction interface as before, but there was one important thing to note, which is that you have to save this model onto the toy tag. The tags at the bottom of each model are actually rewritable, so once you rebuild the vehicle in the game, you can save it to the tag so it always knows which configuration you used. A rift opens to reveal the Batmobile, and as Batman drives around, he goes onto this ramp to charge up the gateway. The gateway begins to glow, and it is now activated. The heroes must then decide that they want to go through this gateway to whatever might be on the other side in order to save their friends. Our heroes pop out of the rift on a yellow brick road where they realize they're not in Gotham anymore. They're in the Emerald City in the land of Oz. And it's actually here where unfortunately the gameplay ends. They don't get to show us any of the LEGO Dimensions world for the Wizard of Oz, but they do bring out one fun-packed character as a surprise. Here we get to see Krusty the Clown explode onto the scene as he's placed into the toy pad. Interestingly enough, whenever you place a brand new character, you can use them right away. And each new character's vehicle or gadget will activate instructions instantly. So, just as you place this character, you get the opportunity to build through the instructions and wreak havoc in the game. Here you can see Krusty driving around on his clown bike, and this looks like it's going to be so much fun, really having no limitations. If any of you guys want to check out the IGN walkthrough, I'll go ahead and put a link in the description below to make sure you guys can see that video. And here we are with my final thoughts. The first 15 minutes of this game look really fun, and it does a lot to set up the story. Maybe we didn't get to do too much gameplay during the footage, but we did get to see a lot of the really amazing and cinematic cutscenes. I really get a great feeling that all the different bouncing around from dimension to dimension is going to be really fun. And looking at all the fun details in all the different screenshots, we can really see that they had so much reverence for the original source material and are going to try to take the most fun from every one of the franchises. But those are just my thoughts about the video, and I'd love to hear yours in the comments down below. Let me know, with only just a few days away, how excited are you for this game? And if you like what you see here, don't forget to leave me a thumbs up down below and subscribe to make sure you don't miss out on any of my upcoming videos. That's all the time we've got for today. Thanks, and have a good one. Hey guys, Michael here. Did you miss my breakdown of the LEGO Dimensions Starter Pack unboxing video? Click on the annotation to watch that video, and don't forget to subscribe to make sure you don't miss out on any of my upcoming coverage.